Hey there, are you a gun content creator who's been shadow banned from Instagram? First, and most importantly, who gives a fuck, it's Instagram. But assuming that's you, because you clicked on this video, I'll tell you how to find out and how to fix it if you want to kiss the Instagram ring. This might apply to only professional accounts, but I don't know. So if you're using a personal account, your mileage may vary. I'm on a professional account, and that's how I found out what I found out, which we're about to talk about. I understand there's a lot of potential to make money on Instagram, but it's never been something that has interested me. I'm not going to slut it up and attention whore myself out on some disgusting, content controlling, censorship ridden, draconian, Orwellian, San Franciscan SJW social media site. By the way, please make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you want to see more content like this. I do like to share content on the gram to promote TFB TV videos though. So I was a little alarmed to hear over the past few years that people said, James, we can't find you on Instagram unless we type out your whole name, Gun Shorts. So for some reason, just the other night, I finally get in that rare zone of drunk enough to be angry about it and having nothing better to do at that particular moment in time. So I undertook to not only find out, but drunk James was actually kind enough to send sober James an email reminder to make this video after I did it. So here I am. What is a shadow ban? Generally speaking, it's when you're banned from a platform, but because you can participate on the platform, you're tricked into thinking that you actually aren't banned. So nobody else can see your stuff. You think that they can. In reality, you're like a social media Bruce Willis in Sixth Sense. Except in this case, Haley Joe Osment is Mark Zuckerberg because he's the only one who can see you. Side note, that dude looks like the rest of his body grew up, but his eyes stayed the same size. Am I right? I mean, do you guys see that too? What I'm talking about today isn't a true shadow ban. Your content is just made really hard to find by Instagram, and it likely won't be shared with many or any people who don't directly follow you. How do you find out if that's you? Well, there's two ways to do it. As I show you here, you can simply type in your own username on your own account. If you need to type in your entire username to find yourself, you're being throttled by Instagram, restricted for whatever reason. There's another way to both find this out and fix your problem. Go to your account settings. Then you go to account. Then you go to account status. If you've got these little orange thingies here by what's been removed or content that can't be recommended, it means you've been a bad, bad boy, doing stuff like legally exercising a constitutional right, or in my case, cyberbullying too. The big ticket is this content that cannot be recommended button. Click on that and it'll tell you whether or not your content is being recommended, and if your account isn't being recommended, why. Now this is interesting. It'll have posts you made that'll violate the weapons guidelines, and it'll tell you that because of those posts, you won't be recommended on Explore, Reels, or Feed recommendations. Now if you came to fix this, let me warn you, it isn't as easy as deleting those posts on your screen. Might seem that way, it's not. First, you got two options. One, you can just disagree and appeal the decision that the content violates guidelines. However, I have never been successful with this, and I promise you won't be either. Plus, sometimes it takes months to get an answer back, and it'll probably be a big fat go f yourself anyways. Your other option is to just delete the content. Seems like kind of a bitch move. But you know, if you're talking about like two posts, nobody really looks at them anymore because you made them like 3 months ago, and in exchange, you're going to get tons and tons of traffic from recommendations from people who don't follow you already. Why shouldn't you? Well, not only did my wife actually call me a bitch for doing it, but about 24 hours after I did it, another two posts of mine show up as being violative. So I deleted those too. You can guess what happens next. I was Lando. Instagram was Darth Vader.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
I figured that the 1,000 or so posts I've made over the years, probably 70% of them have guns in them, and I bet Instagram wouldn't stop suggesting all of these posts two at a time until I deleted my entire profile. I don't know what I expected. Pardon me for using a double negative. Instagram doesn't mean nothing to me, but it means very little. I was willing to delete a couple of posts to get right, but I'm not going to bend the knee to Zuck just to get into Meta's good graces. But if you want to, that's probably how you do it. Just delete all of your gun content 2 at a time so you can be more popular. Thanks for watching, gang. Stay safe out there.